We always see shops, stalls and online businesses run by locals selling goods and services to get us through our daily lives, feeding our consumerism desire. But have we ever wondered how these contribute to our country's economy as a whole? That is the question that we will address in this video documentary, the impacts of SME towards the Malaysian economy. To have a fundamental understanding of the subject matter, let's look into the definition and its historic nature.
Given that there have been many developments in the economy since 2005, such as stable price inflation, structural changes, and change in business trends, a review of the definition was undertaken in 2013 and a new SME definition was endorsed at the 14th National SME Development Council NSDC meeting in July 2013. It is defined according to the manufacturing sector, service, and other sectors. For the manufacturing sector, SMEs are defined as firms with sales turnover not exceeding 50 million ringgit or number of full-time employees not exceeding 200. Manufacturing refers to physical or chemical transformation of materials or components into new products. For the services and other sectors, SMEs are defined as firms with sales turnover not exceeding 20 million ringgit or number of full-time employees not exceeding 75. Services refer to all services including distributive trade, hotels and restaurants, business, professional and ICT services, private education and health, entertainment, financial intermediation, and manufacturing-related services such as research and development, logistics, warehouse, and engineering.
The management of these SMEs are by specific government bodies.
The genesis of SME Corporation Malaysia dates back to 2nd May 1996 when a specialized agency was established under the Ministry of International Trade and Industry (MITI) to spur the development of small and medium enterprise (SMEs) by providing infrastructure facilities, financial assistance, advisory services, market access, and other support programs. Known as the Small and Medium Industrials Development Corporation (SMIDEC), its aim was to develop capable and resilient Malaysian SMEs to be competitive in the global market. SMIDEC was tasked to assume the roles and was officially rebranded to Small and Medium Enterprise Corporation Malaysia on 2nd October 2009. SME Corporation Malaysia is now the center point of reference for information and advisory services for all SMEs in Malaysia. SME Corporation Malaysia is a central coordinating agency under the Ministry of International Trade and Industry Malaysia that formulates overall policies and strategies for small and medium enterprise and coordinates the implementation of SME development programs across all related ministries and agencies. It acts as the central point of reference for research and data dissemination of SMEs, as well as provide advisory services for SMEs in Malaysia.
The further facilitation of SME initiatives are sparked through government policies.
During the 1960s, policies aimed at developing and promoting SMEs in Malaysia were mainly residual in nature. SMEs were given prominence only after the launching of the first Industrial Master Plan 1986 to 1995 to support Malaysia's industrialization process. For example, the development strategies for SMEs under the first Industrial Master Plan focused on building linkage with larger firms and penetrating the export market. The vision of the SME Master Plan, launched in July 2012, is to produce SMEs that can effectively compete on the global stage. The Master Plan seeks to raise the sector's GDP contribution to 41% from the current 32%. The Master Plan's four main objectives are: first, to increase business formation rate. Second, to expand the number of high growth and innovative companies. Third, to raise productivity. Fourth, to intensify re-entry of SMEs into the formal sector. OECD experiences provide potential lessons for helping SMEs to innovate through reforms to intellectual property regimes (IPR) that make it easier for smaller firms to obtain and use patents. One of the initiatives is the action plan is to mandate a specific government procurement policy for SMEs, under which it is proposed that government-linked companies should be encouraged to procure from SMEs and invest in supply development programs targeting at locally owned SMEs. Such supplier development programs should focus on rural-based SMEs as well as industries with characteristics that predispose them to the location being supported. Policymakers need to ensure that SMEs and other businesses can compete on a level playing field. This is the objective of Malaysia's Competition Act 2010 that came into effect on 1st January 2012. The Act is supposed to ensure fair and healthy competition and that all will be protected, including the small and medium enterprises (SMEs). To illustrate the impacts of SME towards Malaysia's economy, let's look at the latest official reports ranging from 2015 to 2017. Malaysia's GDP annual growth rate is 5.1% in 2015, 4.2% in 2016, and 5.9% in 2017. Hence, the overall outlook over the past 3 years can be seen through the contribution of SME towards Malaysia's GDP, which is 36.3%, which amounts to 385.9 billion in 2015, 36.6%, amounting to 405.5 billion in 2016, and 37.1%, amounting to 435.1 billion in 2017. Hence, the SME's GDP 6.2% in 2015, 5.2% in 2016, and 7.2% in 2017. The main economic sectors of SME are agriculture, construction, services, manufacturing, and mining and quarrying. Each of these sectors contribute to the SME's GDP. In 2015, the agriculture sector contributes 12%, the construction sector contributes 5.7%, the services sector contributes 58.9%, the manufacturing sector contributes 21.7%, the mining and quarrying sector contributes to 0.4%, and the import duties contribute to 1.3%. In 2016, the agriculture sector contributes 11.2%, the construction sector contributes 5.8%, the services sector contributes 59.6%, the manufacturing sector contributes 21.6%, the mining and quarrying sector contributes to 0.4%, and the import duties contribute to 1.3%. In 2017, the agriculture sector contributes 11.2%, the construction sector contributes 5.8%, the services sector contributes 59.7%, the manufacturing sector contributes 21.5%, the mining and quarrying sector contributes to 0.4%, and the import duties contribute to 1.4%. The agriculture sector is influenced by rubber, oil palm, livestock, and other agriculture. The construction sector is underpinned by specialized construction activities and civil engineering subsector. The services sector is driven by wholesale and retail trade, food and beverage, and accommodation. The manufacturing sector is induced by petroleum, chemical, rubber, and plastic products. The mining and quarrying is supported by quarrying of granite and limestone. SMEs also contributes to employment. In 2015, the contribution of SMEs employment is 64.5%. in 2016, it contributes to 65.3%, and in 2017, it contributes to 66%. Statistics on SMEs are important in measuring the performance of small and medium-scale firms for assisting the government in future developments of SME. Furthermore, these statistics are relevant since the SMEs form as the backbone in supporting the overall economy.
To further clarify the importance of SME in Malaysian economy, we will look into our case study, Nandong Global Food Industries. Let's get to our destination.
We had the opportunity to interview a well-known owner of an SME in Kuala Selangor. He is the producer of Nata de Coco DN Fresh brand. Mas Duki Mahfud is the managing director of Nandong Global Food Industries in Berhad, or also known as Nandong Global Food Industries. He took the opportunity to sell it on small scale in 1998, but later the product had been confiscated by the authorities because of the lack of skill and experience in business. A year later, Mas Duki grew a contract from a leading company, but in 2014, he suffered a loss of about 300,000, including the loss of a container of Nata de Coco, to make it discouraged. At the end of 2004, Mas Duki went to Kuala Selangor and built his own factory to process Nata de Coco with low operating costs, hence becoming basic factory. Later on, he received a lot of assistance from the Department of Agriculture, Ministry of Entrepreneurial and Cooperative Development, now repealed and replaced by the Ministry of Domestic Trade, Cooperative and Consumerism, and the Federal Agriculture Marketing Authority, FAMA, in order to develop the company. Besides, in nowadays with technological facilities, its production increased by 4,000 to 6,000 small basin or 2,000 to 3,000 buckets, which is about 1.5 kg. Nandong Global Food Industries also manufactures Nata de Coco original manufacturer's product to another company that markets its product through the company's brand in Giant, Tesco, and EconSafe hypermarket. The company also plans to increase its factory capacity to increase production of Nata de Coco to meet market demand.
The following is extracted from the interview in which it is the key points of our discussion.
Benda baking kita dah ya. So salah satu yang saya nampak adalah dari segi bisnes ya, bisnes yang orang panggil yang melibatkan masyarakat ya. Semua masyarakat juga, tapi kehidupan masyarakat, iaitu makanan ya. Dan orang, terutama orang Melayu lah, agak terlalu kurang yang melibatkan diri dalam bidang makanan. Dan kita dah pembelian terbesar ya, makanan ni ya. Sebab orang Melayu ni banyak duit. Dia kalau dia tak boleh simpan tau. Dia kalau ada duit 1,000 tu, kalau boleh nak habiskan 1,000. Memanglah bahkan dalam industri makanan ni, makanan pun kita kena pilih lah. Saya tak maulah saya melihat, okey contoh kita buat keripik, minta maaf lah soal apa yang buat keripik, semua nak buat keripik ya. Orang Melayu semua nak buat keripik ya. Tapi saya lihat tak apalah, keripik dia ada orang buat ya. Cuma saya nak cari benda yang orang yang tidak ada lagi orang Melayu buat, dan juga orang, kalau boleh orang Cina pun nak buat. Satu-satunya adalah Nata ya.